Starfield is Xbox last hope. Let's get into it.
I've ridiculed everyone on the roster. I just want to say from the bottom of my heart, I'd like to take this chance to apologize to absolutely nobody. The double champ does what the he wants.
What is up, guys? It's your boy Hercules, and we are back at it again. I know, another Starfield video. How many more can you do? Well, not as much, because let's be very honest, I'm not interested in the Starfield game. When I first heard about a Starfield, I was hesitant because then I saw who was making it. And look, we all get it. Fallout, Las Vegas was badass. I'll admit. But then the other ones that came out of that weren't that great. Or at least to me. When it came to Skyrim, I never got into that game. I don't know what about that game never connected with me, but it took years. It took years for somebody in my family to finally play Skyrim, and he was playing it in VR, and he said it was an okay game. He didn't say it was a masterpiece of a game, but yet again, it was through the VR. So how much of a difference could that make it through the gameplay? Who knows? But aside from that, Buggy Bethesda is just what it is. It's a buggy studio that releases games that are usually very buggy, but then down the line they fix it. Skyrim, when it first released, it wasn't the masterpiece that people say it is. It took years. And let's get into this conversation where a lot of people talk smack about PlayStation redoing remasters here and there, GTA getting remastered multiple times. Skyrim is one of the games that has been remastered so many times, but it still looks the same. But that's a different topic. Let's get back into why Xbox needs Starfield to succeed. I know what Phil Spencer said. I know he said that even if Starfield is 11 out of 10, it's not going to drive PlayStation owners to go to turn in their PlayStation 5s and get an Xbox Series X. You are 100% correct. It does not take one game, Phil. It doesn't take 2, 3, 4, 5. It takes many consistent years of you proving that you have what it takes. Now, you have the people that are going to go buy both systems no matter what. I am one of those persons. How many times have I used my Xbox Series X? I can count in one hand how many times. And it's not 5 times. It's not 4 times. It's actually only 2 times. You can tell me I'm lying. I think the person that's used it more is my brother. And most of the time, I think he only uses this to keep it update. But aside from that, I mean, maybe he does play a couple games. I haven't really kept up in touch to see how many games he plays, but that's his business, right? And yes, it is my Xbox, but hey, I don't care. So when it comes to why Starfield needs to succeed for Xbox, we all know sales in the physical disc isn't gonna be the key metric that we have to look in. We have to look into Game Pass. We have to look into digital sales. We have to look at those metrics to see if Starfield is a big success. Because we can go back a couple months ago when they shadow dropped a game that a lot of people were saying it's game of the year. Oh my God, Xbox is here. Xbox is back. High Five Rush. The little studio that created The Evil Within. A lot of people were glorifying this game, saying it was incredible. But only 2 million subscribers played it. And I believe that number hasn't changed. Not a lot of people review that game. So it's sitting at a high review. But why is it that the Xbox community didn't go out and support this game? You would believe that 25 million subscribers and probably even more on the old Xbox consoles. I believe the Xbox One X should still have Hi-Fi Rush, right? But that game didn't get the coverage that it needed. Now, some Xbox fanboys and fangirls might say that it's the media. They don't care about Xbox. They always hold Xbox to a different level. And I don't think that's it. But it could be. It could be. But Starfield is a different thing because Bethesda has been saying this is 25 years in the making. They're basically promoting this like this is the first time we ever going to play some type of spaceship game. Some type of that. Some type of spaceship game from their studio. And it might be. It might be. But the problem is, we've already had a game that has a similar look, a similar gameplay, a similar style. We've had multiple games, as a matter of fact. I can go back and look at, a lot of people are going to be like, oh my God, here comes the No Man's Sky reference, right? And yes, it does matter. It does look the same. Sure, the look, the artistic style of it is different. But let's not get ahead. Just because the color palette on Starfield is different than No Man's Sky, you can see the very similar aspects of these games. But you can also go look into other games that has some type of spaceship. There's a lot of games out there. One comes into mind, Mass Effect. Mass Effect was one of those first spaceship games that you really got into it. You really could do some stuff in there, but it was still limited. No Man's Sky lets you roam around the whole planet, and Starfield lets you just do piece by piece, like basically brick by brick. You land here, then you can fly to the other locations, land there, scout that area, and then fly to the next location instead of letting you roam around free. Look, let's be honest. Starfield needs to hit big for Xbox. Whether you like it or not, it needs to be big. Would this drive PS5 players to sell their consoles? No. But could this get people that only can afford one system, that can only afford one console, to start thinking, well, you know what? PS5 has these games, but you know what? Xbox has these games over here. I'll go with the Xbox. It could drive that narrative. Now, again, could it be one game? No, you have to be consistent. Xbox needs to keep it up. They need to have banger after banger after banger. We keep hearing that word from all these Xbox fanboys and fangirls out there that Xbox has banger after banger after banger after banger. But at the end of the day, do they really? Not so far. I don't think so. And a lot of people would tell you they don't think so. There's even YouTubers out there that have the same mindset that I think. Do I think Starfield is going to be a masterpiece of a game? No, I don't think so. Do I think it's going to be a disaster just like Redfall? No, I don't think so. but I think you're going to be somewhere in the middle. I've been seeing some people say they believe it's going to be a 95 rating, a 90 rating, an 85, an 82. I think we're going to see Starfield come out and just be a decent game, a solid A out of 10. And Xbox can take that as a W. You don't need this to be a masterpiece. You just need it to be consistent. You drop this one, 8 out of 10. Then you drop Forza. You make it as good as you can. Then your Fable. Then all these other games, you make them where they're actually good. And you have a winning formula. And yes, their number one goal isn't to sell consoles anymore. Phil Spencer even said it. But their number one goal is to drive more consumers to Game Pass. So if this game comes out and is decent or better than decent, that's a win for Xbox. That is why Xbox needs Starfield to be a massive W. Let me know what you guys think down below. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like, make sure to subscribe, and I'll catch you guys next time.